Yo, what's up everyone? Jster Gaming is back with another vid. This time, I've decided to make a guide about Iron Fist, since I've noticed that only a few players actually know how to use this style properly. I mean, just watch this clip and you'd probably understand what I meant.
Actually.
Now do you see what I mean? Well, don't worry, this guide alone will make you a whole lot better with Iron Fist. And I know some veterans might watch this, so comment down below if you guys have any more tips to add. Anyways, let's dive into our guides. But first, let's talk about this styles gimmick. Iron Fist. Nothing is a greater shortcut than hard work. Your hands were forged from hard training and deal massive damage, but hurts when you land them. On top of that, you take less damage when being countered while throwing your heavy punches. Ultimate, no ribs survive. Now notice how it said you punches hurts when you land them? Well, that only applies on Iron Fist's heavies, not lights. For context, a light is a punch that when thrown, does healable damage. Meanwhile, a heavy is a punch that does true damage and used to confirm the damage of lights and ultimates. Now, with that context in mind, watch my health when I use a heavy. Now do you notice it? Yes, you're correct. We take self-damage, but isn't self-damage pretty bad? So why should you use this style? Well, with a few techniques, I'll guarantee you that this style is amazing in the right hands. So what are the techniques to negate self-damage? Well, it's time to show you. There are two ways to negate self-damage from your heavies. First is by feinting. Feinting works by canceling the first punch you thrown mid-animation and pressing the other punch key. Though there is one drawback when you're using a feints. Since you take no self-damage, your heavy's damage is cut in half to make it balance. Now the next method to negate self-damage is called perfect dodging. A perfect dodge is performed by dashing towards the direction of the incoming punch. But always remember, if you haven't thrown or landed a punch for 6 seconds, the perfect dodge feature will deactivate to prevent passive plays. Now that you've learned how to negate self-damage with Iron Fist, how do you exactly use Iron Fist in a real match? Well, with these 4 easy techniques that even I myself use, will help you a lot so that you can win your matches. Now let's discuss the first technique. Skiting is performed by staying at a distance where you will not be hit when your opponent throws a punch. And if they do throw a punch, they will miss and be stunned long enough for you to hit them back for free. But be careful, the stun window is small, so you gotta be quick in your toes. Now the next technique is called feinting. Feinting is done by canceling your first punch with your second punch, while the first punch you've thrown is mid-animation. Now when do we use feints? Well, here's a quick tip. If you feel an instinct that your opponent is going to dodge your first punch, throw feints. And always remember, do not use feints in patterns. It's a huge mistake by beginners. The third technique is somewhat difficult. It's called perfect dodging. And I know perfect dodging is difficult at first, since you must react to punches for a few milliseconds. But do remember, when a punch is thrown by an opponent, there will be a highlight that indicates when to dash. However, you should remember that Ghost style has no highlights, so be careful. And for the final technique, by far the hardest one, is countering. Countering is done by pressing the punch keys first, and if you did click your punch keys first, your punch will always be faster than the opponent's punch. However, this method relies on observation since the opponent can just dash. But if you do predict their punch, it's pure reward. I often call this method the high risk, high reward. Now with that, you're ready to become a beast with Iron Fist. Now let's show you my gameplays with Iron Fist. Enjoy, and if you do, would you kindly subscribe to my channel? It helps me a lot, and it only takes a few seconds to do so. Thanks. Thanks for watching, guys. This means a lot if you subscribe to my channel. Since my goal for the year is 1K subs, please help me reach that goal. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, everyone.